How's everybody doing? So this is the mayhem on the morning after of a 5-month build. So this is what I do after every project. It doesn't matter what it is, like if it's painting a locomotive, if it's building a diorama, building a model kit, whatever, I reset my whole bench. And I find that the older I get, the less tools I use. Now look, every tool has its place when you need it, like in a pinch. But I'll have you know that here's my 3 go-tos right here that I use the most. My number 11 blade, this is handle. I've had this for almost 20 years. This little rubber anti-roll feature is practically welded on from age. And this mandrel is just about worn out. I'll have to replace this. I do have an Olfa. These are really nice. These Olfa made in Japan. The blades are superb as well, but I'm not used to it. You know how you get used to a a certain feel? This has got a bit of weight to it. But when this fails, this end, then eventually I'll just cast this asunder. But so I go through a reset, a bench reset, every time after build. This is my sanding stick, emery cloth on one side, sandpaper on the other, and I make tons of these from scrap plywood when I have the table saw out during the summer. I just rip off a whole bunch of strips and then cross cut them and then glue, lay them all down on a sheet upside down with carpenter glue and then trim them up. And I have, tons of sanding sticks of different grits, which I love. And then these little nippers, which I love, these nippers. I've been using these too. I know I kind of poo-pooed on these God hands, but after using them during the gecko build, I got to say they are pretty good. You got to treat them with kit gloves though, and take care of them. But they cut very nicely. And then of course there's these I mentioned, these nippers by Xuron, Xuron. But so now I go through everything here. I'm going to reset my bench. I'll get rid of, all my scraps that are of a certain size. Like I usually keep these for, glue plates, mixing glue and super glue, other types of glue maybe, or if I need a scrap piece of, I don't like to throw away my evergreen, but if they're really small little pieces, that's almost questionable, but, so that's what I do. And I reset all this and then clean up, and then what I'm going to do is repaper the table. I'll recover the table, clean this up, clean up the shelf, wipe everything down, reset so it's a nice, comfortable, clean place to return to open up a new build. Now I'll just close with talking about project creep and overlapping. I get why people do that. You lose interest, and then if that's your style and you go back, that's fine. Maybe you never finish it. But I got tired of not finishing projects decades ago. I just said, no, that's it. I want to finish it because I know there's silver lining and rewards in finishing a kit. Even when you get 80% through and you push through it, it sort of causes you to be more inspired for the next one. And the things that you learn in the last 10, 15, 20% of a build are monumental. And if you don't, if you quit, you forfeit those lessons. And they'll make you a better modeler and a better painter, etc. So that's why I do that. So I try to stick to that, even though I still, there are projects that kind of want to creep in and I'll look at and everything, but the diorama at Juno Beach is finally done officially, and it just feels so good, and now I can just reset and start another one. Okay, so how's everybody doing? So I just want to talk about my workspace for a couple minutes here. People have asked me, you know, in the past about, you know, where I build my models, where I do all my work, and it's all right here. This is a 2 by 4 foot table. This I got from a school auction. It's like a steel frame, steel legs, a 3/4 inch arborite surface top. And what I do is after every build or every 3 months or so is I do a reset and cover it in craft paper. You can get this craft paper fairly cheap, and it goes a long ways from like Michael's or something like that. And I just, I do a neat job, so it's clean edges and everything. And then I had this here, which, we all have our own kind of way we set our bench up. Like this here were just some shelves I was going to throw out. And I thought, well, I'll just use this to lay my tools on because it has a white background and I can see better, like my peripheral vision. Like, when you're working, like all that matters collectively at the end of the day, how you're, like if you do a 4-hour bench, like if I do a 4-hour bench sit, I want to be as efficient as I can. I want to enjoy the time, but I also want to, know where my tools are, and I want to be able to set up and reset quickly so I can get the task done. So this is where I do it all. I built Olive River Road and all my models here in the last 4 years. Like I don't do my woodwork or major or any rattle can work. I do all that outside, but I do touch up airbrush work right here with a fan right out that window with a sort of buffer of old cloths here. And because I use a lot of IPA and high pressure so I can get in close and just put the paint on the model, I don't get overspray. Like there's none, so it works. So this quote here, I'll just say this in closing on this part. I heard this on a scale model podcast or YouTube, I can't remember. And it says, it's not about having the most space, it's about making the most of the space you have. Ah. Okay, so there you have it, resetting the modeler's bench. And this is basically how I like it. It feels so good. Of course, this will be chaos, right? In 3 or 4 days, it'll be chaotic. Well, that's good then. That means you're modeling. So, yeah, and I like to do it because it keeps things fresh, and it makes this modeling bench a comfortable place to come to. And it should be, and that takes just a little bit of preparation. I like to do it kind of every week or so, just set up a few things, clean up a bit, tidy up a bit, reorganize, reset the palette, etc., tools, brushes, whatever. And that way it just makes the hobby a lot more easier to approach and sort of draws you in more to this idea that you have a clean slate and now you can start again. Because it is like that. It's a step journey, as most of you know, and oftentimes it can be really tough to get to the end of a project. And if you put in or build in a little bit of a discipline like this, it'll get you over the hump. Okay, so thanks a lot for all your support to all my subscribers. I appreciate all your comments. I do read them all. I try to answer the questions in subsequent videos, etc. But once again, the channel wouldn't be where it's at without you, okay? So happy modeling, and I hope that you have a great day. Cheers.